In this video, we are going to see how we can enter the sales returns in QuickBooks. So let's get started. Our next transaction is of 30th January and it says sales returns of shirts from Mr. James Carter. Now let's see how we can enter the sales return in QuickBooks. Now to enter the sales returns, we have a special area here in this customer section, which is refunds and credits. Let's click on it and let's choose the customer, which is James Carter. Date is 30th January. So I put the date. You can mention the credit number here and let's mention the memo, and the transaction details can be mentioned here as well. And sales returns of shirts, it says. So the customer is returning shirts or finished goods to us, right? And how much it is returning? 200 is the quantity and 400 was the rate. So 200, and at the rate of 400, shirt was sold. So it is returned at the same price. And this is the final entry. Let's click on Save and New. Now, as soon as I click on Save and New, it will show you this, that there is an available credit. Obviously, that customer has returned items to us. Now, it's up to us what we want to do with this credit. This credit memo or refund has a remaining balance, which you may use. So what you would like to do with this credit? Either we can retain as an available credit so that customer can adjust it in future purchases. We will not return the cash by hand and we will not settle it against any previous invoices. We will just hold it as an available credit so that they can avail it later on or settle in the later invoices. We can also give the refund, and we can also apply to an existing invoice so that it will settle the existing invoice with this balance, and then the remaining balance the customer has to pay. So I'll use this option. Click OK. And as we can see here that we had this balance with the customer, the amount due was 200,000, out of which we can adjust this 80,000 here. So he just have to pay the remaining balance. Click Done. And this is how we can settle this. And if we go back and check the reports and transaction journal, it will show you this entry. Now here the entry is exactly the opposite of sales invoice. Sales invoice entry was receivable to sales. Now here it's sales to receivable, and same goes for inventory and cost of goods sold. So this is the simplest method on how you can enter the sales returns in QuickBooks.